This conference will now be recorded.
Upon integrating the Salesforce with any third-party system or any in-house tool, or it may be any legacy system which has been built very long ago by using the very older and the outdated programming languages available at that time. If you want to integrate that Salesforce application with those outdated programming languages and applications, in this case, if the target system is not supporting any REST API and the SOAP API, then we can able to use this email feature as an integration point with Salesforce. So this is one of the additional feature has been given by Salesforce to you that because we are having latest programming languages, modern programming languages available in the market right now, like as Java, .NET, PHP, Oracle, SQL Server, SAP, Microsoft, various services. So many applications are available, so many programming languages are available, technologies are available, databases are available, which are supporting both REST and SOAP. But we are having so many outdated programming languages which we are utilizing since very long time, which have been built very long back. It may be 30 years back, 20 years back, okay? Because 40 years back, the people have implemented so many applications, so many complex functionalities they have implemented. But at that time, we don't have any concept of REST and SOAP. So those programming languages, those applications may not be supporting to integrate with the latest programming languages, with the latest applications, which have been purely built by using modern programming languages. Because those are not supporting REST and SOAP. At that time, if the target system is not having the capability to support both REST and SOAP, then we can able to use this email feature as an integration point with Salesforce. That facility is available. Okay. So in this case, whenever we are going to be integrating that Salesforce with any third-party system through email integration, then now let's see how can we do this implementation process. That already told you here upon integrating that Salesforce with using a third-party system through email integration, we are going to be using some specific steps. So what needs to be done? First of all, we have to implement your own custom business logic. So which will be receiving the email notification and which is going to be performing respective DNS operations inside your Salesforce objects. And then this particular business logic will be invoking by an email service. Okay, the business logic will be getting invoking by an email service. Now, whenever I'm going to be configuring the email service inside your Salesforce instance, this email service is going to be working like as a proxy. It's like as a working like as a proxy. That means working like as a server, which is a listener, which is always waiting to get some receive request from the third-party system. The main feature of this email service is working like as a listener, which is always waiting to receive some email notification from the external email IDs. The email ID may be anything. That may be from a partner also, customer also, end user also, employee also. Anybody can send the email notification to Salesforce. So at that time, whenever the person has sent the email notification, now the email services keep on waiting at the entry gate of the organization, which is looking whether anybody has sent the email notification or not. So at that time, if anybody has sent an email notification, my email service will be receiving that email notification. It is passing that email notification to my business logic class. So now the business logic class will receive the email notification, and based on the email content, we can able to perform the respective DML operations inside your Salesforce instance. Okay, so that we are going to be using the help of email services feature. Okay, now. So now in this case, you can raise the question. Sir, already now written the business logic class in order to process the email, then what is the need of this email service? Business logic class will be having the functionality. What it will do, whenever I'm passing one email notification, what has to be done? That business logic is there inside my business logic class. But how to receive that email notification? Who will be supplying the email notification? For that reason, we are going to be configuring that email service. Okay, email service will pick up the email notification. It will be passing to the business logic class. It's like as a mediator. It's like as a mediator, which is working like as always like as a proxy. Proxy means nothing but a server. It's not a server. It's working like as a server. That is called as proxy. Okay, now, so now here in this case, it is working like as a proxy which is always waiting to receive the email notification from the external email IDs. Whenever anybody has sent the email notification, it will receive the email notification. That email notification will be passing to a business logic class. From there onwards, the business logic class will be performing the respective operations. Okay, now, so now here in this case, how can we implement our own business logic class and how to configure this email service? Then how can we include this business logic inside the email service and how can we test this functionality? We'll see practically today. Okay, now, so in this case, as a step one, first of all, we have to create the business logic class by implementing the complete functionality, whatever you want to do upon receiving one email notification. Okay, now. So now let me explain that the use case functionality first, then we'll see the practical implementation. Okay. So let me explain the business use case. Now. So now let's try to understand what is the business logic they have given. Look into the business logic and then try to analyze. Tell me what you understood. Done? Tell me your understanding. What did you understood? What needs to be done? When you go to the organization, they won't give this much of detailed information also. Okay, simply they will give 2 lines of code. That's it. 2 lines of business requirement. We have to analyze what needs to be done. I've given the steps also. Now tell me what you understood with this one. Because analysis is most important. If you analyze the requirement perfectly, if you are able to understand what they have given, what they are expecting, then only we can able to identify what needs to be done. Then only we can identify how much time it is required. Okay, in terms of analysis, in terms of design, in terms of implementation, in terms of testing, in terms of deployment, in terms of code review, we have to include all these things to perform all this operation, how much time is required, that effort estimation we can able to give to the people in terms of story points. Okay, each story point is nothing but 8 hours. Okay, one story point in the sense 8 hours. In terms of story points, we have to give the estimation. Few people might be following the 3-point estimations, because optimistic estimation, pessimistic estimation, realistic estimation. Okay. So as part of Agile, the people are going to following 3-point estimations also. If you do the right analysis, then we can able to do the right estimation. Once the estimation has been approved by the client, they can't increase again. That will be a problem for us. Initially, if you have quoted for less hours, okay, upon implementation, you have identified so many other complications are there, then the client won't increase the time. We have to do all this analysis, impact analysis, gap analysis, everything we have to identify during the analysis stage itself. Dependencies, impediments, everything we have to identify. So now tell me what you understood with this one. Today's class completely you have to explain. Okay, I won't do that one. Okay.
First, we need to create two fields, the elements of contact.
Where? Contact object, right. As a step one, first of all, we have to create two fields inside my contact object with the name, email subject, and the email content field. Both will be okay of text type. One is a text type of 255 characters. Second one is text area. Right. Next.
Email received from the front.
Okay.
We need to insert email from address.
Okay.
We need to search for the contact.
Okay.
So we have an existing contact with that particular email address.
Then now tell me how can we do this one step? How can we implement this step now? Yes, okay, but then based on that, whatever the email we have received, the email information will be storing where?
Email
Email field. No?
in the contact email field.
Huh.
And whatever we receive the email, that email and contact email.
Then how do you know? For example, I have sent the email notification to you. Okay, to that Salesforce application, there is an object. There is a record is available inside the contact object. I now send one email notification with my email ID. Then what I need to do, I am the sender. I am having some email ID abc@somtester.com. Upon sending this email notification, now my Salesforce business logic class has to receive my email notification. From that, it has to collect the from address. That means from whom this email notification has been received. Based on this email notification, based on this email ID, it has to go to the contact object. It has to make a query with this from address. Do we have any email record, contact record is available or not? We're comparing with the email. Now tell me, what are the email notifications that I have sent to the business logic class? How can we fetch the sender email address from this email? Inbound email class. Now, right. Now that already you know that. Yesterday I told you what are the email notification that we have sent. The email notification details will be storing inside a class called as inbound email class. Now, right. Tell me. Next one.
From the class, we need to email ID.
Okay.
You search in the
How to get that email ID here? From address. There is a field called as property called from address. Now, from this inbound email, we are having a property called as from address, which will be giving the email ID of the person who has sent this notification. That means sender's email ID we are going to fetching by using this from address. Based on this, what we can do. We need to make a yes for given for you to get that contact record. That means what? Based on this from email address, we need to make a yes for given query inside the contact object. With this email address, do we have any contact record is available? So I would like to go to my contact object. I would like to make an yes for given query. So now with this from address, do we have any contact record is exist? By comparing with that email field, by comparing with the email field inside my contact record. So now in this case, with that email ID, contact record may be there, may not be there. If it is there, what needs to be done? If it is not there, what needs to be done? If the matching contact record has been found, then what we can do? Update. What we need to update? Email subject I need to copy into email subject field. Email content I would like to copy into email content field. I need to update that record. Right. Next. If the email is the contact record is not found, there is no matching contact. Then we need to create a new contact record. Okay, upon creating the contact record, there is a mandatory field. What is the last name? Then for that last name, I need to pass the value. What value we need to supply that? From name. So whatever the person who has sent the email notification, that sender person's email name, not the email address. Okay, not the email address, email name. I want to collect the email name. That email name I want to pass inside my last name. And then along with that subject, I want to copy into the subject field, and the content I want to copy into that content field. Okay, up to this one. Next, after that, suppose upon sending the email notification to my Salesforce instance, in my email, if I am adding any attachments, I have added two attachments. One is an image, second one is notepad. Two files are there. One is text attachment, second one is binary attachment. Then what we can do? I need to add these attachments also along with that contact record. How can we do this one? So in this case, how do we know whether we have received any attachments along with this email or not? Whatever the email I have sent to you, along with the email, along with the subject and content, do we have any attachments are available or not? How can we verify? Text attachments, right? In this one, already told you in the last session. Whatever email we have received in the email notification, if you are having any attachments or not. So do we have any text attachments or not? We can verify when any attachments are also available or not. If it is available, we need to map this attachment to my contact record automatically. We're making it as parent ID field. Okay? Clear? Now, up to this one we know. Okay, up to this one we know how to implement this business logic here. We are going to be collecting the email and then with that email information, what needs to be done, what operation needs to be done, we are implementing that. Okay, now, so let me execute this step first and then we'll see how can we implement this functionality here. How to, okay, invoke this particular business logic class through email services. Okay, now, so because during our initial concept itself, that I already told you, whenever we are going to be invoking your Apex programming code, how many ways are available to invoke the Apex programming code? How many ways are there in order to invoke your Apex programming code? Long ago we have discussed now. 7 or 17? 9. Okay, what are those 9? I won't open the class and tell me. Developer console. I'm asking you to invoking the Apex code. Invoking the Apex code. Execute the console. Okay. User force, right? Triggers, back programming, schedule programming, process builders, Eclipse IDE, web services, and then email services concept. Totally 9 ways. As of now, we are done with execute anonymous window, Visual Force we are done, triggers we are done, back programming we are done, schedule programming we are done, and the process builder we are done. Okay, now we are using the email services. Through email services, how can we invoke your Apex programming code? In the next session, we'll see how can we invoke your code by using the external web services also. We'll see. Okay, now totally 9 ways are available. Okay, upon invoking your Apex programming code. Now, so in this case, what needs to be done? First of all, we need to create a global class, and then in this global class, we need to implement an interface called as messaging.inbound email handler interface. In this inbound email handler interface, we are having a method called as handle inbound email method. So in this email method, it is receiving the email notification, it is receiving the envelope also. Based on these details, we are going to be collecting the email information. Based on that, we are performing the respective DML operations inside your contact objects. Okay, now. So now let's see in this case how can we implement this functionality first, and then we'll see the second step, how to configure the email service to invoke this Apex class. Okay, upon we have received one email notification from external email ID. Okay. So now let's see that. So what needs to be done as a step 1? First of all, we need to create the 2 fields over here. Okay, the first of all, we need to create the 2 fields. So now we need to create 2 fields inside my contact object, email subject, and then email content. 2 fields I need to create. Let me go to the implementation part. Let me go to my contact object here. We are having, these are the various fields are available inside my object over here. I'm going to be creating 2 more fields inside this. Not only contact, you can take any object also, no problem. Okay. I'm creating the text field. I'm indicating the email subject. I'm indicating the length as some 200 characters. I'm indicating the hypertext. Inbound email subject. Click on next. Make the field to be get visible to all the profile users by selecting the visible checkbox. Click on save ending. I'm creating one more field which is of type text area because email content will be having some long content also, so that I'm using the text area long. Text area long will be allowing us to enter maximum of 1,31,072 characters. I'm indicating the email content. Number of characters on lines I'm indicating like as 5. And then the text I'm indicating inbound email content. Go to the next. Make it visible to all the profile users. Make it save. 2 fields are available right now. Additionally, we have created right now like as email content and then email subject. Okay, 2 fields are available. Let me refresh my user interface. I'm having both the fields are available. Email subject field is available. Email content field is available in this place. So let me make this field is also like as a normal text area. Let me change this data type. No. So I'm having this few fields are available. Email subject and then email content. Okay, both are available. I want to place this both the fields inside a separate section. Let me add a new section inside my page layout. I'm adding a section. Inbound email details. I would like to place the email subject in this place. I would like to place email content in this place. I want to make this visible. This section headers to be get visible in both the layouts. So now we have placed those fields inside a separate section. I'm adding a section with the name inbound email details, which is having these 2 fields are available. Email subject field and the email content field both are available to me here. So what are the 2 fields are required? Both the fields I have placed inside my the contact object now. Now as a step 1, we are done with this. Next one. What needs to be done now? Now create the business logic class. Okay, create the business logic class. So let me go with the business logic class right now. I'm creating a business logic class which has to be implemented by an interface called as messaging.inbound email handler interface. Okay. Create a new Apex class. I'm indicating that information. Update contacts email service helper. Okay. Update contacts email service helper. So this is the class I'm going to preparing right now. I'm giving the class will be as a global class because this class has to be get invoked by my email service. Okay, so that I want to make this class will be accessible by the email service. So whenever it is receiving one email notification, so that I'm making this class as global class. And then I want to implement this class with an interface called as messaging dot inbound email handler interface. Okay, messaging dot inbound email handler interface. Now, so now whenever I'm going to be using any interface inside my class, then that means what? Now that I'm indicating to my Apex compiler that I'm going to be taking care of the responsibility of providing the implementation for this interface methods. So whatever the interface that I'm using inside my class for this interface, it will be if it is having any methods, I'm taking care of responsibility to provide the implementation for that method. So that is the keyboard, it is indicating to the Apex compiler. That means whatever the methods are available in this interface methods are purely non-concrete methods, which does not have any implementation part. Only the method definition is available. There is no body of that method. There is no business logic for that method. So we are going to be implementing the interface into my class means that I am going to be providing the implementation for this method inside this particular class. That means this class is having the implementation for this interface method. That's what we are using the keyword called as implements. Until or unless if you are not providing the implementation for each and every interface method, your class will not be get compiled, your class will not be allowed to send into the metadata repository. Okay, compulsorily we have to provide the implementation. Even though if you miss to provide the implementation for any of the interface method, class code will not be get compiled. Okay, it will be showing the compilation errors to you. So immediately it is showing this error message to me. Okay, now there is a method is available for which I did not provide the implementation part. Now it is indicating class update contacts email service helper must implement the method messaging dot inbound email result messaging dot inbound email handler. It is having this information. Now, so this is the method is available. Handle inbound email method. For this in handle inbound email method, so we did not provide any implementation over here. Compulsorily, this class has to provide the implementation for this method. Without providing the implementation, the class will not be getting compiled. It is showing the compilation error to you inside this. Okay. Now, so now I am going to be providing the implementation for this. So now we have the method called global. We are going to be having the y. Then what is that? What is the return type here? Sorry. Return type is what? Messaging dot inbound email result. Okay, the result of that email processing. What is the method name? Handle inbound email. Okay, handle inbound email. So now here I'm preparing the method. This is the method which is available inside my interface. Inside my inbound email handler interface, I'm having the method called as handle inbound email. So which we will be having the return type as messaging dot inbound email result type. Here is the return type which will be holding the result of your email processing, whether this email processing has been successfully completed or it is not yet completed. Now, so now it is having the two parameters are available here. What are those two parameters? Messaging dot inbound email. I'm indicating that email. Next one. Messaging dot inbound envelope. Okay, envelope. Okay. So these are the two methods are available over. Two parameters are available. So these are the two parameters are available, okay, as part of my method handle inbound email method. Inside this handle inbound email method, it is having the two parameters. Now, whenever the email service is passing the email notification, then automatically this inbound email handle interface will be receiving the email notification. It is passing the email notification to the inbound email class, and then that envelope information will be passing to the inbound envelope class. Now, this envelope class contains what? From address and then to address. Only these two information. From address will be available, to address will be available. This two information is available inside that inbound email envelope class. Okay, now, so now whatever the email notification we have received, from this email notification, now I would like to collect that information of the respective contact. So whatever the content has been sent by the external person to this particular my application, so now I would like to receive the email notification. From this email notification, I would like to collect each and every part, and I would like to perform some operations. Now, so now tell me, as the step one inside this, what needs to be done? Whatever the email notification that we have received, based on these email notifications from address, we need to collect the respective contact record. Okay, now I would like to collect the contact record information. Now let's see. I'm using the contact information. Contact record. Okay, contact record. I'm going to be collecting this contact record information over here. Okay, I'm preparing this. This is the contact record I'm preparing right now. I'm using that try block. So why I'm using the try block is, upon fetching this email notification, okay, upon fetching that email notification, in this email address, some address may be there, some address may not be there. Okay, so based on this from address, the contact record may be there, may not be there. So at that time, it is causing some exceptions. So to handle those things, I'm going to be using this, the try block here. Okay, now. So here I'm specifying that contact record equals to, I would like to fetch the contact information. Select the ID of the contact record, first name, last name, email, email subject, email content, from contact, where email equals to email dot from address. Okay, so now whatever the email notifications we have received, in that email notification you will be having from address is there, to address is there, CC addresses, subject, content, attachments, whole information is there. So from this email notification, I'm receiving the from address. Based on that from address, I'm collecting the respective contact records from my contact object. Okay, from my contact object, I'm collecting the contact record information based on this, okay, from address of my email notification. So I'm comparing this from address with the email field of my contact record. Okay. For example, if there is any exceptions are available, then what we can do? System.exception. I would like to handle those exceptions over here. Now I'm indicating that exception some EX. I want to store some message to the people. System.debug. Exception has been occurred upon fetching the record. I want to indicate exception message is. What is that method to get the exception message? Get message. System.debug. Exception line number. At what line number it has been cast? How can we get this one? Get line number. What is the cause? That means what is the reason why the exception has been getting occurred? Get cause. Stack trace string. Get a static trace string. That means I'm collecting this information over here. I'm using the try block. So that already told you during the exception handling mechanism concept that already told you. So whatever the risky code is available, whatever the code that we have written from which the exceptions may be getting occurred, or from which you are expecting some exceptions, that piece of code we are going to be writing inside this try block. Okay, because upon fetching my email contact record from my contact object, so with this email ID, contact record may be there, may not be there. If the contact record is available, then only we can process it. If the contact record is okay, not available, then we can't process it. For that one, here I'm going to be writing this code, okay, inside the try block here. I'm indicating that limit class. Limit 1. Okay. Why? Because with this email ID, we may be having multiple contact records may be there. But I'm trying to store it inside a single record itself. So that here I'm giving that limit class, limit 1. Next. In this case. Now, as of now, what we did, we are going to be collecting the contact record. Okay, based on that from email address of the email notification, I'm collecting that contact record. Now, in this case, upon fetching this contact record information by using SQL query, contact record may be there, contact record may not be there. If it is there, what must be done? If it is not there, what must be done now? Then check for the contact record existence. Okay, now I'm verifying this. If ID not equals to null. That means what? Is it exist or not? It exists. That means matching contact record has been found. Matching contact record found. Else, in this case, matching contact not found. That means contact records are not available with this particular email ID here. Now, in this case, what needs to be done? Upon writing that code, we can able to add this kind of comments here for your understanding in future. Okay. For you in future, if you want to understand the code without looking into the code, just you can have some comments also inside this. Now, if the matching contact record has been found, then what needs to be done? Update that field values. Then how can we update that field value? Now let's see. Contact record. Email subject equals to email dot subject. Contact record dot email content. We are having that content, email content. If it is a plain text body, we can use that, such a plain text body also. Okay. And then if it is a HTML content is available, we can use that HTML body. Okay, HTML body. Clear? Now. So now here I am going to be collecting this information right now. Next, if the contact record not found, then create a new record. Now in this case, what we can do? Contact record dot last name. What we can specify? Email dot last name. From address is different, from name is different. From address is returning the email ID. Okay, from name it is returning the email name. Okay. Now after that, contact record dot email. Email field value. What is the email field? From address. Next. Email subject. Email dot email content equals to email dot HTML body. Okay. So in this case here, I am going to be collecting this contact record information. Based on this contact information, I am going to be performing this operation. If the matching contact record has been found, then I am going to be passing this email subject and the content inside my subject and the content field. And then if the contact is not found, then I am going to be creating a new contact record by specifying these values. The whole information is there inside this particular contact record itself. That means it may be updation, it may be insertion. Then how can we do this one? Observe. Okay. Observe. Okay. Observe contact record. Okay. Observe contact record. Okay. It may be insertion, it may be updation. Any one of that we can able to do. So in this case, if the contact record is having some values, it is going to be inserting the. If the contact record not found, it will insert. If the contact record has been found, it is going to be updating. That's what here we are using the subset statement. Suppose if you don't want to use this one, then we can able to do one more way also. Here we can able to use that. What we can do? Update. Okay, update contact record, and here insert. That's it. Okay, so we can do, but here we are having two lines of conditional. Okay, to avoid this kind of problem, I am going to be using that simply absurd statement. Outside of this block, I am going to be using this absurd statement. Absurd contact record. Okay, absurd statement. It may be either update or insert. Any one of the operation will be doing by this subset operation. Next. Now, as of now, what we did. So now we are done with that. Collecting the email notification. Based on the email notification, we are going to be updating the contact record information, or we are going to be creating the contact record information. Next one. If there is any attachments are available, then what we can do? It may be text attachments, it may be binary attachments also both. Now, check for the attachments. Add it to contact record. Check for the attachments if you are having anything, okay, for the email notification. Whatever the email notification we have received, okay, in that email notification, do we have any attachments available with that email? So you want to cross check. Both text attachments are separate, binary attachments are separate. Okay, for that one, we have two separate properties are available over here. We are having text attachments property, binary attachments property. Two properties are available. Yesterday we have discussed about this, which is going to be returning that information in the form of a list collection, list of messaging dot inbound email dot binary attachment. Binary attachment is one file which will be holding one email attachment, not multiple. To store the multiple attachments, we are using that list collection. Okay. Now, in this case, I want to verify the text attachments first. Check for the text attachments. I want to verify if email dot text attachments, okay, not equals to null, okay, not equals to null. That means there are some text attachments are available inside this here. Then what needs to be done? I would like to collect each and every text attachment. Here we can able to use not equals to null also, or else we can able to use that size method also. Okay, size is greater than or equals to greater than 0. We are having some elements are available. Elements, we can able to specify that. Depends upon your requirement. Now, not equals to null. So now some attachments are available here. Okay. Some text attachments are available. Then how can we collect each and every attachment? For each and every messaging dot inbound email dot text attachment. Text attachment, I'm indicating that text attachments from email dot text attachments. I'm collecting each and every attachment separately here. Okay, I'm collecting each and every attachment separately. So this is the collection of text attachment that I'm receiving here. From there, I'm collecting each and every text attachment. Here I'm storing inside a parameter called as variable called as txt attachment. Now I want to pass. Both I would like to convert, I would like to add into a single collection. I want to perform that insert operation inside this. So I'm going to be using that attachments. Now, list of messaging dot email attachment. Okay, LST attachments. Equals to new list of messaging dot email attachment. What needs to be done here in this case? We need to convert this each and every attachment into your email type attachment here. Now, in this case, what needs to be done? What needs to be done? Messaging dot email attachment equals to new messaging dot email attachment. Here I'm giving the reference name, attach. Now, attachment dot, I would like to specify the body. So from where we are going to be collecting that from the text attachments here. I'm going to be indicating that blob dot value of, okay, blob dot value of text attachments. Okay, text attachment over here. What are the text attachment that I have received? Now from this one, I'm going to be collecting the whole information. I'm going to be converting into the blob format, binary format. I'm going to storing inside the body of my attachment. And then after that, attachment dot, we can specify the file name. Okay, file name. Set a file name. We can specify that information also. I'm going to be indicating that file name txt attachment dot file name. Let's see. So what is the problem with this method? Now let's see. Incorrect signature value of text attachment from the type blob. Now, I'm collecting the body here. I'm going to be converting into that blob format. I'm going to be placing inside this. Okay, now, and after that, what are the attachment that I'm going to be creating and preparing the file name? So what are the attachment that were received from that email? That attachments of file name I'm collecting over here. That file name I'm going to pass into the set file name property here for set file name method. Now, once attachment is ready, then I'm going to be adding this attachment to my collection. LST attachments dot add up attach. Okay, I'm adding this attachments over here. Okay, then what we did is I'm verifying that do we have any text attachments are available with this particular email notification or not. What was the email we have received? Okay, in that email notification, do we have any text attachments are available or not? If it is not now, that means some text attachments are available. Then I'm collecting all the text attachments from this particular email. I'm iterating this collection from starting to ending. I'm collecting each and every text attachment. I'm going to placing inside the reference variable. And then this information I want to convert it to attachment format, because whenever if you want to add any attachment along with the email, then that should be in the form of that email attachment type. So now in this case, I'm preparing the object of this email attachment, and then I'm going to pass in this value. Collect this email, each and every attachment which are collected from the email notification, get the body. That body I'm going to be placing inside my attachment file. That means I'm creating a new attachment file. In this file, I'm going to be writing this body information. I'm giving that file name and adding this attachment to my collection. Like the similar way, check for the binary attachments also. Check for the binary attachment. Check for the binary attachments. Now I would like to verify if email dot binary attachments not equals to null. That means if there are some binary attachments are available along with this email. So now I would like to connect them. For each and every messaging dot email attachment inbound email dot binary attachment. Binary attachment from email dot binary attachments. So what are the binary attachments are available inside my email? So now I'm collecting each and every binary attachment. I'm going to storing inside the parameter here BNR attachment. I'm collecting each and every binary attachment. Then I would like to add into my collection. So I'm going to be preparing the email attachment. I'm going to be preparing that here. Attach dot body equals to binary attachment dot body. Directly I'm passing over here. Why? Because this is also binary, this is also binary attachments I'm going to be adding right now. As of now, what are the text attachments are available, we are converting into binary format by using block data type. Okay, because what are the attachments you are going to add, all those attachments will be storing in the form of binary format only inside your Salesforce instance. So that here I'm converting the text attachment into the binary format by using that block data type, and then I'm going to be preparing an attachment. And the binary attachment directly the content I'm writing into my attachment file. I'm going to specify the content also. Attachment dot set file name. BNR attachment dot file name. And then I would like to add this attachment to my collection. Okay, I'm adding this attachment to the collection. That means what? Whatever the attachment the person has sent along with the email notification, in those attachments, whatever the text attachments are available, I'm collecting each and every text attachment. I'm converting into the binary format by using that block data type. I'm preparing my own attachment collection. And then along with that, whatever the binary attachments are available, I'm collecting each and every binary attachment. I'm going to be preparing into my own email attachment type. I'm storing it in the collection. So at the end of the email notification processing, both text attachments and binary attachment both have been added to a single collection over. Okay, LSC attachments. Now this attachment should be getting added to whom? To the contact record over here. So that we have to specify that parent ID. So now we have to specify here. Attach that parent ID. Attachment should be getting attaching to that the contact record over here. So I would like to specify that attachment that we have to specify that we have to specify the parent ID contact record that okay. Variable does not exist. Let me verify here. Attach that let me specify. So let me verify that content type, get file name, So let's verify. Let me take simply the attachment type. Set file name. So now let me verify this attachment file. We are collecting this text attachment, and then I would like to place this file name inside this set file name property. Let's verify the property. So let me verify this piece of code, text attachments. We are having so many properties are available. File name property, we are getting the name of the attached file, which is returning a string. I'm passing the parent record ID also. We are getting the file name in the form of string. Now here we are using this txt attachment dot file name. No, that does not exist or incorrect signature. So let me check it out this one. We have the binary attachments collection is available. Text attachment collection. File name. So let's see this one. Attachment class is available. We are passing the parent ID parameter, name parameter, and then body. These are the properties are available. So let me verify. What are the parameters are available for this? The attachment class name. Attachment file name property. Okay, so now parent ID has been set over here. So now here also I am going to be using this attachment. So now this says I'm preparing each and every attachment I am receiving here. What are the attachments that you have added along with your email? I'm collecting each and every attachment. So with the help of text attachments from the property, I'm collecting all these attachment text attachments. and then I'm iterating this each and every text attachment. I'm going to store it into my own attachments collection. Because you will be having two types of attachments aligned with your email. It may be text, it may be binary. All may be text, all may be binary also, whatever. Okay, combination also both. So whenever I'm going to be creating the attachment, first of all, record should be there first. Okay, record should be there. That's what here when you go to the any Salesforce record also, during in the detail page itself, you will be having the notes and attachments option. Okay, notes and attachments option will be available only at the detail page itself here. Because once the record has been getting created, then only we can able to add the attachments. Before that, we can't able to add. Because here, for this attachment, who will be the parent? That means who is the parent record here? We need to pass the parent ID. So for that this record here, for that one, parent record should be there first, then only we can able to add that related attachments. So now in this case, first of all, I'm going to be updating the contact record or I'm inserting the contact record by using upsert statements. Once the contact record is available, then I'm going to be adding the respective attachments to that particular contact record. So now here I'm going to be collecting all the attachments which I have added along with your email. All the text attachments I'm collecting here. I'm going to storing into my attachment collection. I'm converting each and every text attachment into my own attachment type. I'm storing inside my collection. Like the similar way, I'm collecting each and every binary attachment. The binary attachment also I'm converting into my own attachment type, and then I'm storing inside my collection. So once all the attachments are available inside a single collection, that means both text and binary attachments, then I'm going to be inserting this. Insert the attachments. But this one I'm verifying that if LSP attachments collection is not empty, then I would like to insert that. Insert LSP attachments. Okay. Once all the attachments are available inside my single collection, then I'm going to be inserting this attachments into my Salesforce instance. Okay. Now these attachments are going to be mapping to that respective contact record automatically by default. Now, so now here after this one, whenever we are done with this business logic, then finally we have to give that result. Okay, we have to provide the result. For that one, I'm preparing that result parameter. Messaging dot inbound email result. Okay, I'm preparing that. Okay, messaging dot inbound email result equals to new messaging dot inbound email result. I'm creating the object of this class. I would like to pass the result of this email processing. Is it success or failure? So that at the last we are going to pass in this information. At the last I am going to pass in this information here. Now send the result of email processing. Now, result are success parameter equals to true. I'm returning this value. Okay. I'm returning this. Okay. So now here I'm done with this processing this email notification so that I'm giving the result as okay, success, and then I'm returning this result back to the environment. Okay. So this is a business logic class we have to prepare in order to process your email notification. As soon as whenever the third party people have sent any email notification to you, so now here the email service will be receiving the email notification. It will pass the email notification to your business logic class. Now this business logic class will be receiving the email notification. It will collect that each and every property of the email. It will be processing that information. Based on that email content in the details, we are going to be creating the respective contact record, or we are updating the contact records also, and along with that, we are adding the respective attachments also inside this. Okay. Now, as of now, we are done with the business logic part. Then, so how can we attach this business logic along with my email? So that we need to prepare an email service. Okay, we need to prepare an email service. Why? Because this as part of this implementation, business logic part we are done as of now. Then who will supply this email notification to the business logic class? Email service. So we have to configure email service. Okay, we have to configure the email service, which is generating a routing address. To that routing address, we are going to be sending the email notification over here. Okay. So let's see how can we configure this email service. Let's go to your email Salesforce instance. Configure an email service. So go to the develop menu. You will be having a feature called as email service. Let me check it out. Email services. So now let's go to the email services. Create one email service which is going to be generating the routing address. Because upon sending the email notification, we need a routing address, a to address. So that we need to generate that routing address by using this, by creating the email service. Click on new email service. Specify the email service name and indicating the CIS inbound email processing service. Okay, CIS inbound email processing service. Now select the topic class name. That means whenever this particular service has been getting invoked, which is going to be receiving an email notification, to which business logic class I would like to pass this email notification. Because this email service is always up and running fine inside my organization, which is keep on waiting to receive the email notification. As soon as whenever the email notification has been received, then this email notification should be forwarding to which business logic class, to which Apex class you want me to forward. So specify the Apex class name. So whatever the Apex class that you have prepared just now, we have to specify the Apex class name. This is the Apex class which you have prepared. Update context email service helper. Now let's select that class name. Now I'm indicating that update contacts email service helper. This is the class to which please send this email notification. Accept attachments. You want me to accept the attachments or not? If yes, what type of attachments you would like to accept? Text or binary or both. So now by default it is having that none. That means it won't accept any attachments here, but I want to accept that both. It is indicating text attachments only, binary attachments only, or I want to accept all the attachments. Okay, now. So now in this case, after that, accept the email from. That means if you want to restrict the email notifications will be receiving from a specific domain, which is specified. If you're not receiving anything, then it will be receiving the email notification from any domain also. From gmail.com also, redditmail.com also, tcs.com also, from any email, from any domain, it will be accepting the email notifications. Now make this service as active. Okay, now make this service as active. Next. The next one is failure response settings. Okay, failure response settings. Over email rate limit action. That means here, whatever your daily limit is available, the daily limit is over, then what needs to be done. For this one, you will be having the three options are available. Discard the message, bounce the message, and then requeue the message. You will be having three options. Now, what I want to do is, whatever the limit is over, if my daily limit is over, then I want to place the additional request inside the queue so that I'm indicating the requeue the message. Deactivated email address action. Okay, deactivate email address action. Whenever the email notification is already deactivated, then simply I would like to bounce this one. Deactivated email service action. I want to simply discard that. Another is the people I want to discard. Another is the sender action I want to discard over here. Next one, the most important one is enable error routing. That means what? Whenever there is an error available upon processing this email, to which email ID you want me to send that email notification, which is specify that email address. Select the checkbox, specify the root, okay, error emails to this email address. Okay, upon processing this email notification, if there is any errors have been getting occurred, to which email address you want me to send this email notifications. I want to specify to my email address. Okay, I'm indicating one email address inside this. Now click on save button. As soon as once you click on that save button, it is going to be saving this details. It is going to be creating one email service. Nothing but a routing address has to be get generated here. Now click on new email address in order to generate a routing address for you. Email address name, I'm indicating that. CIS routing address. Routing address. Now. So now it is going to be generating, okay, one routing address. The routing email address has been generated by Salesforce. So to this email ID, we have to send the email notification from your any email notification. Okay, we have to send the email notification to this particular email address. This is the routing address which we have generated. To this routing address, we have to send the email notification. Okay, so this is a very lengthy email ID here. At that time, we need to take the help of the network administrator people, ask them to create a shortest email ID, like as support@some test.com, and then ask them to add this particular email address, okay, inside that distribution list. Okay, so that the people are going to sending the email notification to shortest email ID. Automatically, one copy will be sending to this email notification. Now, whenever you are sending the email notification to this email ID, automatically email service will receive the email notification, forward to the business logic class. It will be performing the DML operations. Okay, clear? So now let's see here. How can we test this functionality? Okay, clear up to this part? Any confusions still? Understood? Understood? So now in this case, as part of this email integration, we have to implement simply two steps. First one is we have to prepare the business logic class, which will be doing the actual processing. Second one is we have to configure one email service, which will receive the email notification from the external email ID. It will pass it to the business logic class. So as of now, we have prepared the business logic class, which is going to be receiving the email notification, and then it is going to be processing the operations. And then to pass the email notification to this business logic class, we are configuring one email service, which is going to be generating one email address. This is called as a routing address. Now to this routing address, we have to send the email notification. Whenever I'm going to sending the email notification to this routing address, now my email service will receive that email notification, and then immediately it is passing this email notification to my business logic class. My business logic class will be having the actual functionality and the logic is available, which will be performing the respective DML operations on your object records. Okay, this is the process now. So now let's see in this case, how can we test this functionality right? So let me take any of the contact record. I'm having so many contact records are available over here based on this email address. So now there is the contact record is available. Okay, with my email ID here. There is a contact record which I'm having with my email address. Okay, this is my email address here. So now whenever I'm sending the email notification from this particular email address, okay, if I'm sending the email notification from this particular email address, then email notification I'm sending to home to this particular routing address. Upon sending the email notification to this particular routing address, then my email service will pick up this particular email notification. It will be passing to the business logic. Now my business logic class will receive my email address from this particular content, and then it is going to be performing the DML operations on this object. Okay, now, so let me test this functionality now. Let me log in into my Gmail application. So now I'm sending an email notification, okay, to the routing address. Whatever the routing address has been getting generated to the routing address, I want to send the email notification. Here the routing address has been generated. I want to send some subject here. Inbound email handler, test the subject, inbound email handler, test the content. Okay, I'm sending one email notification, okay, to this particular email address. My from address is what? It is the from address. This is the from address. So now whenever I'm going to sending the email notification from this address, okay, so now email service will be receiving my from address from this particular email, okay, email which has been received. Based on that email address, it is going to be collecting the respective contact record. In this contact record, this values has to be get updated automatically with my email content, with my email subject. Now click on send. Email notification has been sent successfully. So now your business logic class will be receiving the email notification. It will update the content with your contact record. So refresh this one. It will take some time to update that information. Email subject and the email content has to be get copied. Because with this name, with this email ID, we are having one contact record is available. Inside this contact record, it has to update this information. So now whatever the content is available here, subject is available and then content is also available. It is collecting that HTML content over here. Okay, because we have specified that HTML content. So let me place that the plain text body. Instead of HTML body, I'm using that plain text body here. Here also. Let me save it. Okay. So now because it is collecting my HTML content inside this. Now. So I'm having the record information is available. Let me test that one more time. I'm going to be updating this information. Let me send one more email notification to the same email address. This is the email service routing address. I'm indicating CIS inbound email service test the subject. So this is the content. I'm sending this email notification right now. Click on send. Whenever I'm sending this email notification, it is going to be collecting by my email service. Email service is passing that email notification to my business logic class. My business logic class is going to be updating this information. Contact record is available. It has to update this information. Whatever the content and subject are specified, with that subject and content, it has to update this contact record right now. So it is taking some time to process that. Now my subject and the content has been copied into these fields automatically by default. But we don't have any attachments. Now let me test with attachments also. Let me go to that. Specify this email address. I'm indicating CIS testing email subject with attachment. I'm indicating the testing email content with attachments. Let me add some attachments inside this. Let me add the attachments. I would like to add some two attachments over here. One is an image. Second one is a notepad document here. So this is one image I would like to upload. Second one I would like to upload one notepad document. Okay, I'm adding two attachments. One is the text type, second one is the binary type. Okay, this is the database.png, this is the Jira account login.txt. I'm sending the attachments also. Not only sending the email notification with just the subject and content, I'm going to be sending the attachments also. At that time, it has to update the subject and the content along with that. Those attachments have to be get added to my contact record automatically. So let's refresh this user interface. Still it is processing that. So now here my record has been getting updated over here. When it comes down to the attachments, we'll be having both attachments available. What are the two files we have attached? Both the files will be getting available inside my contact record as attachments. One is the binary attachment, second one is the text attachment, both are available inside. That means what are the email notification that you send with the from address with the email with the contact record is available when it is going to be updating this information. Now, let me go with the negative case now. If the email ID is not available, if the contact record is not available right now, for example, for this contact record, I am going to making this email field value as empty. No. So now here I'm making this value as empty. Okay. Now, so now with this email ID, we don't have any contact records right now. Okay, with my email ID, I don't have any contact records right now. These are all different email IDs are available. So these are the records. Now I'm going to be sending my email notification right now. In this case, what it has to do? It has to create a contact record. Now I'm indicating that. Inbound email test. Inbound email test with attachments. Now I'm adding two attachments again here. This is one attachment. One, let me take one. And now, one is the binary attachment, second one is the text attachment, both are attached. So in this case, this is the subject and this is the content are specified. But with this email ID, that means with this email ID, we don't have any contact record right now. Now it has to create the contact record inside my object. So as of now, we are having 37 contact records are available. Let's see. It will have to create a new contact record. So we should have that 38 contact records. Still we are having the 37. It has to create a new contact record with the details whatever we have specified. So it is taking some time to process that. Let's see, do we have any mandatory fields on this? Last name is a mandatory field. Remaining fields are not optional. Okay. Based on this email address, let me verify. Still the contact record is not yet created. So let me check, do we have any issues inside this upon creating this contacts or any dependencies are available? Let me verify. Inside this contact object, do we have any triggers are available which are preventing to insert? Let me log in into my Gmail account. Let's verify, do we have any issues? No, still it is in processing from Salesforce side. If there is an error available, we should be receiving the email notification also to that routing email address, whatever we have specified. But still no errors information. That means still it is in processing state. So let me check it out. Enabling the debug logs. Now let me test it again. I'm sending the email notification. Test the subject. Test the content. I'm adding the two files. Let's see whether it will be creating the contact record or not. Because with this email ID, we don't have any contact records inside the organization. Still it is in processing state, so given will also not yet generated. Attempt to dereference a null object. The record is not available because the record has not found. That's what it is going to raise in this exception. Let me add the condition. If it is not empty, I would like to specify that information. Contact records are 0. So I would like to collect the first record, or else I am going to be creating a new record inside this. For that one, I would like to prepare a new record. Manually, we have to create a record for this one. Or else you can able to add one condition also inside this. Simply it is throwing the exception.
In phase 2, we can create an object and we can insert.
That's what I'm doing that. But at that time, we have to create separately 2 statements we have to write. Insert and update. Here we have to write the insert statement. Here we have to do the update. Here we have to write the insert statement. Okay, we can specify contact records equals to new start contact. So we can able to store inside this, and we can create a separate contact record. Contact. We are passing these values. We need to add this record to the collection. Okay. In this case, also here we need to collect the contact records information. Contact records are 0. Here also contact records are 0. Now, so now let me test this one. I would like to create a new record. Null pointer exception. So now let me create this new record by passing these values. Test the subject and the test content. By adding some attachments also. 2 files I'm adding right now. Click on send. So now let's see, it has to create a new contact record with the specified details information. If the specified contact record email ID is not found, it has to create a contact record. It has created a new contact record. When you open this one, we can able to see the contact information with the subject and the content. Along with that, it is going to be adding these 2 attachments also. Because, so whenever we have written this code, okay, we have specified that SQL query which is going to be collecting the contact record, but the contact record is not found. That's what it is going to throw in the null pointer exception. Okay, that's what we are keep on I'm telling you from the beginning. Handling the null pointer exceptions are very, very important. Okay, because of that null value, the contact record is unable to create, so it is unable to add the conditions. Okay, so now here we have specified the collection. In that collection, I'm storing that if the collection is not empty, then only I'm going to be collecting the first record inside the collection, and then I'm going to be updating this subject and the content inside. Okay. RS, if the collection is not having any record, then I'm creating a contact record. I'm going to be adding into the collection. I'm going to be accepting this information. Okay. So let me do that updation also one more time. Let me try to send one more email notification. Now, revise the subject. Revise the content. I'm sending this information. So it has to update this information. It has revised the subject and revise the content. Now the subject and content has been updated successfully. It will be working on both the creation, updation also. Depends upon your requirement. Okay. So that here based on your requirement, we can able to create the records also. We can able to update the records also by using through email integrations. So whatever the email notification that was sent from your external email ID, based on that email ID, we can able to fit the respective contact records. We can able to update the information. If the respective contact not found, then we can create the contact record. We can add the attachments also along with that. Okay, clear? So this is the way we are going to be using that email services. Now, so for these email services, we are having some limitations are available. We'll see the limitations in next session. Tomorrow's session we'll see. Okay? In tomorrow's session, we'll see the limitations of these email notifications, and then we'll see the one more feature like web services. Okay? How to configure our own web services, we'll see practically in tomorrow's session. Okay? Tomorrow we have the session at 10:30. Okay, 10:30 to 1:30 we have the session tomorrow. Okay? And this Sunday and Monday we don't have the session because there will be out of session. So we'll be having the session tomorrow, and the next session will be on Tuesday. Okay?